And the man he'll be facing, it's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
What a pleasure to be in this unique... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They miss with the jab. They have no respect for each other's punching power. There's a counter shot. Good counter punch. A lot of pre-match drama. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in, fighting at the bit to get it on in this historic venue.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
That counter punch caught him clean. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? It's knockout or... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands down.
Good counter punch. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
A perfect counter shot. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Nice exchange here from both men.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Insane action! It's bombs away! A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about planting that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Jump all over him. He's ready to go now. Jump all over.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. The straight right just misses.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Now jump all over.
And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab does not score. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. Both men step back for just a moment.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The winner of this surely will get a world. Caleb Plant just got clipped. Down goes Caleb Plant.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about planting that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You're being put down. You've got to think right. So
we're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
that knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things. Caleb Plant is hurt. I can't believe it. They are giving up. They are going to surrender. No mas.
They don't like that. Listen to that. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., 160 pounds. This guy won a championship as a heavyweight, remember? 5'11". It's Roy the Marvels.
This bout.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. You'd like to see more jabs. That left hook just missed. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Failing to score with that right hook. The halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. And another hook to the body scores.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than victors.
Nope, that hook won't score. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When you're working these kids with teams or angles, go up there and finish it. He's ready to go.
And there's the bell to start the round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. Nice straight.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next.
They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. Sergio Martinez is dazed. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Carson is being thrown to the wind. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. This is a high-octane battle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter shot. And they figure out the combination to this safe. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters are unbelievable middleweight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Has to be careful for that receipt. Let's talk about Roy. And there's the bell to start the round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won.
Sergio Martinez is rocked. The Argentine, Martinez, is down. Well, he's back up, but now what, Johnny?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
I got to pick things up halfway through the round here. Tried to score with that hook, but missed.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their jobs. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Enter the final 10 seconds here. It's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
That's what I'm talking about. When you're breaking this kid's what change your angles, go up in, finish it, he's ready to go. Dude, you're so close, kid, come on. Banging downstairs, jab, jab, that's what I'm talking about. When you're breaking this kid's will of fight, he's nearly down. He's close when he's ready to go now, jump all over him, mix it up, body and head. Banging downstairs, jab, jab, that's what I'm talking about. Jump all over him, he's ready to go now, jump all over him. This kid ain't got no gas in the tank, no more weakness.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Only catching air with that hook. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the left hook. Counter punching. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Just missed with that hook. A very competitive round with 2 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match... And there's the bell to start the round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Missing with the hook. Missing with the left hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they look to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Martinez forced to step back. He's on wobbly legs. And right back in. Let's talk about Martinez in that last one. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Oh, and that one really got Martinez good. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Maravilla in some trouble here. happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build-up. What a...
Yeah, the hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and save with lock and key and combination. Keep it gold and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever paying no mind and keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They will let me when you shine it, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation.
Welcome to the WBC Arena. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. Sergio.
This bout is...
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. They ring the bell, and here we go. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. They exchange punches. There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Pensacola's finest is down. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get the...
So final seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. That counter shot lands. Let's talk about Roy. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. We'll see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? Staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. That left hook misses. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Lucky that hit didn't score. It's all offense all the time. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones. And there's the bell to start the round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Punch, counter punch. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. And here he comes, finally waking up from that nap.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it. It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes into the corner? How are they going to get through this?
When are we going to see a jab from these two? One punch can change everything in this battle. Misses with the straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.